you marry a Filipina, you marry a woman who will do her utmost best
Mm-hmm.
for the relationship to work. And I really mean this. She will do her real best to make sure the husband is feeling all right. He is um, she's being very attentive, thoughtful, putting her husband always first,
Mm-hmm.
and that's something that yes you can expect. Um, so yeah, I would really say that yes, yeah, a
Okay.
loving, caring wife.
Yeah. And then, so the next question is, what do you like most about being married to a Filipino? I think you've answered it already, but if you can add something.
What do I really like about being married? What I
Yeah.
really like is um,
So yeah, what do you like most about marrying a Filipino?
well, apart from that, I said that Filipina is caring and loving.
Uh-huh.
I think also she is very much forgiving in
Okay.
general.
Mm.
Whenever I make mistakes, and I
Mm-hmm.
can assure you I can make many mistakes,
Yeah.
she's very forgiving, and she is always attentive to my
Mm-hmm.
needs, but
Mm-hmm.
also she is um, a mirror for me. I can really reflect on on my thoughts with her. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for answering that. So, was it hard? Was it hard marrying someone far from your culture?
Mm, no, it was not hard.
Not hard
Um,
for you.
no, it was not hard for me.
Okay.
I think it was hard for my wife because she came to live with me,
Mm-hmm.
um, and I just uh, accept her as my wife,
Mm-hmm.
and we have share a household together, one household, and um, so for me, we're still living in the Netherlands,
Mm-hmm.
so I am in my home country, so being married in that in retrospect, is not hard. What is hard, as always, is that the relationship needs work,
Yeah.
and a relationship is hard work,
Yeah.
and especially when a Filipina comes to the Netherlands or
Mm-hmm.
any other country for that matter,
Mm-hmm.
she needs to adjust,
Yeah.
and yeah, I think that adjustment is troubling, is hard work, um, uh, to eventually make it work. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, that's actually my next question. Like, what adjustment did you make? Did you also went on traditional dating just to get a yes from a Filipina?
Well, actually, no, we didn't do any traditional dating. No,
Really?
there was no chaperone involved or anything.
Okay. There was
Actually,
no Harana like that. You
no,
have to
not
say
nothing.
like that.
No, nothing like that.
Okay.
Well, we met. We
Mm-hmm.
start writing to one another,
Okay.
and I visited her here in the Philippines, almost now 20 years ago for the first
Mm-hmm.
time,
Yeah.
and um, at a certain moment we start talking about marriage, and because it was very clear to us that we loved one another, and yeah, so marriage was a natural option. So I didn't go down on my knees. I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't go to the mother of my future wife to ask if it was okay to get to for her to ask for her hand.
Mm-hmm.
No, nothing like that. We just agreed both on it. Oh, we're going to get married. Okay, fine. We're going to
Yeah.
get married.
And you guys are on the right age, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so no need to go on like traditional dating like
No.
Filipino have to go through.
Yeah, and I think it was also different for us because we met uh, in a third country. So
Oh
we
yeah, that's
didn't
why.
meet in the Philippines. We didn't meet in the Netherlands. We met in Italy, and that makes it quite different, I think,
Okay, so
from other situations,
yeah, thank you
other
for
couples.
answering that because other foreigners are asking me in the comment section like, are they gonna go on traditional dating, like visit the family, the girl's family house, like that, like do the courtship thing.
Hmm.
Yeah. So you guys didn't go through that.
No, not at all. No, not
Okay.
at all. What I did, what I did was that I went to visit my future wife,
Mm-hmm.
and I presented myself to the family, and
Mm-hmm.
I adjusted myself to the family. I stayed here, and yeah, I tried to present myself the best way I could, and so that they could have a good idea who Thunder is and
Yeah.
what he is like.
And that's how he got a yes from a Filipino. All right. So the next question is, I have quite a lot of question. So did you get a lot of stare from Filipino when you first came here?
Yes, and I still do. Well, the first time when I went to the town nearby
Mm-hmm.
for shopping, because I have blonde hair,
Mm-hmm.
people touched the hair on my arm to see
Really?
if it's like they were saying, is it gold or yeah, people really, well, they wanted to touch my skin.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays they don't do that very often. They don't do that anymore, but it used to be, yes, that they
Okay.
were. And but I still get people looking at me, a stare like, who is this? And but but it's mainly positive. It's mainly positive. When I wave to them, they wave back, and I smile, and they smile back, or they smile already to me, and I smile back. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I told you, fam, you just have to say hi and just smile at them. And yeah, because sometimes the reason why a Filipino or a Filipina stare to a foreigner because they have a different feature than us. So they were
Mhm.
like, we're just curious. And yeah, that's it. But you didn't it's good that you didn't take it as a negative because I get a question that uh, he find it weird to get a stare from a Filipino.
No, I wouldn't say that. It is just it's really nice to interact. It is nice
Mhm.
to smile at one another and to share that moment. I guess with a stranger.
Yeah. So let's go to another question. So what characteristics or values of a Filipina would you like your daughter to have?
What I would like her to
Yeah.
have is that she really embraces the family, Filipino family warmth,
Mm-hmm.
the bonding time, that she will really enjoy
Mm-hmm.
being partly Filipina,
Yeah,
and that she will really feel a part of this family. That's what I really would like for my daughter to have.
that's good. So this is very tricky question. So where do you want to retire? So in the Philippines or in your country, in Netherlands, and
Uh,
why?
and why? Okay. Well, um, when I retire, I would like to stay. I think on multiple locations. I don't think I want to retire a full year in the
Mm-hmm.
Philippines because I feel the climate is not for me. It's too hot. But
Understand.
December, January, February, it's nice weather here. So I do like to stay then here in the Philippines for a few months and
Mm-hmm.
then go back to the Netherlands or somewhere else, wherever that may be.
Yeah, I respect that. So we're down to last two questions. So what advice can you give to those foreigner who would like to marry a Filipino?
Um, the first advice that I would like to give is don't go for the looks.
Mm-hmm.
Filipina women are very beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
but um, just be patient and get to know uh, a woman first, and don't go for the looks. It's important to have a stable relationship, and that stable relationship is only based on the inner side of a person,
Mm-hmm.
not on the outer side.
Yep.
So that's the first advice. And then a second advice is that look for a Filipina of the same age group.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
that's really important, because it provides stability to a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
and otherwise, it may look like she is only your sexy prized
Mm-hmm.
possession.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we have passed that time that a woman is only a sexy prized possession.
Yeah, you heard it from. So anything you wanna add, or you're good?
No, I'm good. I think I'm good.
Okay, so
Yeah.
because we're done with the last question, so how did you handle tampo? So tampo is like a silent treatment. Like for example, if a Filipina is upset with you, she don't wanna say what's wrong. She just wanna let you figure out what did you do wrong. So how did you handle that?
How do I handle
Like
that?
silent
The
treatment,
silent
mood
treatment,
swings.
mood swing. Well, for um, well, how do I handle it? By just not keeping silent. I think I just
Mm-hmm.
um, followed her and asked her, so what's wrong? What's happening?
Mm-hmm.
And I really, well, verbally forced um, my wife to tell me what was wrong,
Mm-hmm.
because it's so unlike Dutch culture, this
Okay.
tampo. So
Yeah.
in Dutch culture, it's very much um, well, it's very important to say what's on your mind
Mm-hmm.
and to be really clear about it. And so we collided on these things, of course, on these
Okay. Yeah.
culture, or some kind of culture clash. Um, and nowadays, I think we are very direct to one another, and we
That's
speak
good.
out.
Yeah, that's good. But did you go through that days where it's very difficult to handle tampo?
Um,
Can you
no,
remember one time?
because I didn't. Yes, at first I realized what's happening. I thought what is happening, because my wife didn't answer any oh, sorry, my wife didn't answer any questions,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought, why is she so silent? And then I just started asking questions, and I kept on asking questions. What's wrong? What do you want to say? What are you feeling? And then finally she opened up, and
Mm-hmm.
but the next time when we collided, of course it was the same. And I had to learn also to give her space.
Yeah,
um,
give her space.
yeah, I think that's important. And I was on the direct side of how things are
Mm-hmm.
dealt with in the Netherlands, in personally. And yeah, so I had to learn to give her space. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it for today's video, fam. Thank you for your time and thank you for saying yes to this video.
Yeah, you're very welcome.